Hello folks, in this video we will look at how to buy all basics covered laptop. The laptop market is very diversified. Probability is very high for you to end up spending more or might miss out on essentials because of some fancy marketing. Due to vast variety there are many features you will need to select correctly. That is why this guide will be in two parts to cover all of them properly. Timestamp will be available in the description and on your timeline if you want to jump to a particular section. The first question is, what will not be covered? We will not cover any special use case like a business, gaming, thin and light and all that stuff. We might need a separate video for that. So how to use this guide? Let's say you are eyeing a particular model or somebody recommended certain laptops to you but you are not sure if it is as per your requirement. Maybe it is as per your requirement but you don't know if it has all the basics covered. After this guide, if something is missing then you will know. If something is missing but you have no use case for it then you will know. The moral of the story is you will make an informed decision about what to keep and what to leave out. There will be some technical terms in this guide. You will need a product specification sheet to navigate through. These technical terms will make sense when you look at the product specification sheet. If something is not mentioned in the sheet, then ask a vendor or a store executive. This same guide will be available in writing on my website. The link will be available in the description below. Get the idea? Let's begin then, shall we? Okay, so first is CPU or processor. It is the most important as well as the most expensive part of your laptop. Two big names in the market for CPU, Intel and AMD. Intel's latest product is called 10th generation and AMD's latest product is called 4000 series. Intel has three major variants in this 10th generation. Those are i3, i5 and i7. In which i3 is for basic user, i5 is for majority of the people and i7 is for power user. AMD has the same theme. AMD's 4000 series has three major variants, namely Ryzen 3, Ryzen 5 and Ryzen 7. In which Ryzen 3 is for basic and entry-level users, Ryzen 5 is for everyone and Ryzen 7 is for a power user. Okay. Now how to identify the latest series if there is no direct mention? For that, you will look for a CPU or processor name in the specification sheet. For Intel, the first two digits will be 10 after i3, i5 and i7 as you can see here. For AMD, after Ryzen 3, 5 and 7, first digit will be number 4. Now, which brand you should choose if you don't have a specific preference? I would say go with the AMD 4000 series. At this exact moment, it is more powerful than Intel 10th generation. Second is GPU. If you don't know what GPU is, probably you don't need it. Okay. There are two options, integrated and dedicated. First, let's talk about dedicated GPU. You will need a dedicated GPU for graphics-intensive heavy workload like gaming, video production, 3D application, etc. As for integrated GPU, you can do light gaming and light graphics work on it as well. So for most of us, an integrated GPU that comes bundled with CPU is more than enough. Then comes the RAM. If you need a respected amount of multitasking with your Windows laptop, you will need at least 8 GB of RAM. You can go higher capacity depending on your requirement. If you are planning capacity upgrades afterward, make sure the laptop has an extra slot for the RAM expansion. The latest RAM standard is DDR4, which is common nowadays. Storage is next. There are two major options in storage, SSD and HDD. SSD stands for solid state disk and HDD stands for hard disk drive. There is also a hybrid drive, but it is tricky and less popular, so we will not cover it. So there is a common saying that major boost you can give to your HDD laptop is to upgrade it to SSD. It says a lot about SSD, doesn't it? Let me explain. HDD is a mechanical drive. It means there are moving parts in it. That makes it slow in data fetching compared to SSD, which has no moving parts. Obviously, it is more complex than this, but for the sake of easy understanding, we will roll with it. HDD is cheaper than SSD for same storage option. Some laptops come with SSD and HDD both. Windows is installed on smaller capacity SSD for faster operation, and for data storage, slower but bigger capacity HDD can be used. Many types of SSDs are available in the market. You will need a high performance SSD like NVMe only if you have a powerful processor, so don't worry about it. For some reason, if you buy only HDD laptops and at a later stage want to upgrade your laptop with SSD and also want to keep your current HDD, then make sure the expansion slot is available for SSD upgrade. All in all, RAM and storage are the only two options you can easily upgrade in a laptop. Therefore, an expansion slot is generally provided for both of these upgrades. But to be on safe side, you will need to confirm this with a vendor. Then there is a display. First, let's clear the aspect ratio. If it is 3 by 2, then your laptop has 3 parts width and 2 parts height, as you can see here. Get it? Okay. For productivity work, you will want a 3 by 2 laptop, and if your main use is media consumption, then go with a 16 by 9 aspect ratio. Most of the consumer laptops in the market are 16 by 9, and you can do productivity work on it just fine as well. Now comes LCD display type. The majority of the display in the market have crap viewing angles and okayish color accuracy and limited color gamut coverage. What does it mean? Well, don't go into it. If you want to improve your chance at better LCD display, then look for IPS LCD display. There are other technologies as well like HDR, AMOLED and Mini LED, but it would be better for our wallet if we stick to IPS LCD at max. Another parameter to look for is matte and glossy display options. Generally, a matte screen is better as it does not reflect too much direct light, so it is easy to see the display content. HD screen is common, which is 1366 pixels in width and 768 pixels in height. If possible, opt for at least a full HD screen, which is 1920 by 1080 pixels. Some Windows laptops have a touchscreen as well. Go with that option if you have a use case for it. One parameter to avoid is a high refresh rate screen. Unless you are a gamer, you won't be able to utilize it fully, so don't spend on it. As for screen size, it is your personal preference. Select whatever you are comfortable with. Okay, so let's wrap part 1 here. We will look at the other parameters in part 2. Please like, share and subscribe. If you still have any query, ask me in the comment section. I am also active on Twitter, the link will be in the description. If you think I missed something important, hit me up in the comments or over tweets. That's been it folks. Thank you for watching. See you next time.